What up? This is Schmidtie. In the next 7 minutes, I'm gonna try to give you as much information as I can about how to run faster, run more efficiently, how to make running fun. Running should be fun, right? They talk about this runner's high. I've done resistance training, I don't feel the same kind of high I feel when I run. I want to explain how to get there, right? So if you're between the ages of 30 and 35, you should be able to optimize or maximize your potential. um, yes, when you're at your peak, mostly if you're a male, right? You're at your peak between 30 and 35, and your physical output is going to be at its greatest at that time in your life, right? And that's why I think everyone should run. If you can't run, swim. You can't swim, ride a bike, do some type of exercise that's cardio related, right? And all this really applies to most types of exercise, right? So, first of all, your body is a cassette. This thing right here is called a cassette. These sprockets on this thing is called a cassette. And this one in particular has 10 of them. Think of your body as a cassette, right? If you only did one exercise every single day, you would really only get good at doing that one exercise, but you would be hard pressed to do anything else marginally well, right? I read in the magazine that the average male runs a mile between the ages of 30 and 35, runs a mile between 8 and 10 minutes. I didn't believe it. I tried to run a mile and I ended up running right smack dab in the middle, 9 minute mile. And so over the first year, I did just that. I treated my body as if it was like a set. I didn't really have 10 gears, right? I had 5 gears for running and probably 5 gears for riding the bike. But um, I would run a 1 mile run, a 1.7 mile run, 3.4 mile run, a 5.1 mile run, and then I'd run a 12 mile run, right? Every single week. And I do some combination of those. I would do 4 mile runs every once in a while. I do 2 mile runs for every once in a while. But I would do all those and I would mix it up every single day so that I get good at building my endurance as well as building my speed. You want to do some work on the endurance end of the spectrum. You want to do some work on the speed end of the spectrum. And it's all heart rate related. And then you want to do speed training as well and resistance training. And it sounds like a lot, but if you're running a mile, you're only exercising probably at the most, if you're average, 10 minutes every time you do it, right? So if you're lifting weights, you're probably going to spend, 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes getting to the gym. And that's only one way, right? So running is really efficient if you can actually do it. And it's easier to do from scratch because you don't need, $600 a year at a gym to run, right? And so another thing I want to say is that you should eat for fuel so that by the time your body's done digesting it, your body has access to it to use as fuel on your exercise. So if you're going to run, if you're going to ride a bike, go swimming, to this day, I typically eat 3 hours before I'm supposed to go run or ride a bike or go swimming. And I get really irritated when someone asks me to do something that's expending a lot of energy and they don't give me a 3 hour buffer, right? It's like you don't eat a big meal and then right after that, in 30 minutes, go out and run. It doesn't work that way. I mean, you can do that, but it's not as effective. And one of the reasons why is that you're trying to promote, support all these energy systems and muscle groups in a way that has them perform the best when they can do it the best, when they have the most access to energy, right? When you're digesting food, a lot of your resources are focused on digesting that food, not necessarily delivering nutrients to your body, right? So after the food's digested, your body's probably prepared to deliver nutrients to your body. And even if you're going to be running or cycling longer than an hour, one of the things that I've learned over the years is that typically between 30 and 45 grams of carbs can be used to fuel yourself in these endurance activities. There's one caveat: not many people do it. I have a book, for example, called The Ketogenic Advantage Blueprint. And one of the things you should know is that 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories, and 1 gram of dietary fat is 9 calories, right? And so back in the early 2000s, there was a guy who won the Ironman, and sources say that he won the Ironman eating half a banana, and the rest of his energy was through energy drinks, right? And that would lend itself to believe that he was keto adapted and he was using fat for fuel, as everyone else wasn't training that way, and everyone else didn't have access to energy the way he did that allowed him to run that way. So anyway, that's it for this video. I wanted to keep it short. So remember, like your body is a cassette and it has 10 gears. And when you exercise, just don't run, you know, 10 minutes every single day, right? That's not good for your body. Like if you read the same, like I'm gonna pick a book, right? I got this book, right? Would you read the same page every single day? I mean, if it's a really good book, you might, right? But if you read the same page every single day, how long would it take for you to get tired of reading that one page, right? There's many other pages in the book. It's like your body. Your body has many other gears it has access to, and you don't wear that one gear down at the expense of the other. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'm Smitty. I hope you reach your fitness goals, and I'll talk to you in the next one.